Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to bury the knot for the Cushing, Connell, or Utrecht. And so we have the superficial bite coming out on the dominant hand side. So what you want to do is take one more bite of the Cushing, Connell, one of those on the non-dominant hand side. So that's another superficial to superficial bite, kind of along the black line. And the reason that we're doing this is so when we take a superficial to deep bite, it's on our dominant hand side and we don't have to backhand. You certainly can backhand, but we're going to just try to set ourselves up for success and make it easy. So that bite was superficial to superficial. It was a Cushing or Connell. So the next bite on the dominant hand side is going to be superficial to deep because we know we need a deep bite.
So I do like a Lambert?
You're going to do that exact same Lambert bite, the black to red, superficial to deep.
And it's like in line with... Okay.
Great, so that, just like we did before on our Lambert, we're going to say we're burying our deep knot, so we have this is the beginning of our deep loop. So we're going to pull that one down, the superficial portion, and the portion that's coming out deep now, you would hand that to your assistant, and you could say, this is the beginning of my deep knot, or if you're by yourself, you can keep it in your pinky, but that would be the beginning of your deep loop.
Okay.
So the next bite is on the non-dominant side from deep to superficial, so from the red line to the black line. So now we have a deep loop. So if you notice, this is the same way we buried the Lambert. We're using Lambert bites. You don't have to do it this way, but it's easier to just remember one method. So we have a deep loop, so we need to bury it and tie it to a deep leg. So what's coming out of the incision right now is a superficial portion. So we're going to, again, need one more bite on the dominant hand side from black to red. So that would be from superficial to deep. And we're making sure that we come up inside of that loop so we don't tie across it, and pull that really tight. And now what we have is a deep loop and a deep leg to tie together. So we'll do the same thing here that we have done for our other knots, is do 4 throws, and if it's not under tension, you can do just plain square throws. If you need a surgeon's, you can always use a surgeon's. And pull up and down with that incision, and it drops really nicely into that pocket. And that is the buried knot with the Cushing or Connell pattern.